it's not. I see the red light.
Now it's on video. Oop, now I'm recording on accident. Hey guys, just cooking some food.
If you're gonna film me, you have to film yourself too.
This is my girlfriend Jessica. This is the rice that I am cooking. This is the mango salsa.
Alright, we'll talk while I sit here and eat my toast. Hi everybody, my name is Jessica. I'm a writer and today we're gonna do a little bit of a writing vlog. It is like 10:20 in the morning. I'm about to leave to go to a cafe to work on some writing. I think I'm gonna get a matcha. I feel like that sounds good. But it's a cozy little rainy day. We're gonna hang out together while I write. I'm gonna talk about my writing. Today I'm gonna be working on a high fantasy novel that I started, like, I don't even remember when I came up with this idea. I feel like it was last year in the springtime, maybe around this time. I came up with this idea for a fantasy novel. I obsessively worked on it for like, maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't remember, I'll have to find some way to check. But I obsessively worked on it for like months and months. I think it was 2 years ago. No, anyways. I obsessively worked on it for months and months. I filled a whole notebook. I'll go show you. I filled this whole notebook with ideas about it. And then I said, I don't want to write this anymore. I think I have a note in my notebook that says, like towards the end when I keep looking at the viewfinder, I'm so sorry. But I made a note towards the end. Let's see if I can find it. At the point where I had kind of not wanted to work on this story anymore and I wanted to work on something else where it was like, I miss writing whimsical things. I need whimsy right now. Well, I'll look for this while I talk. But I had worked on this for a while and then I decided it was not the direction I wanted to go in at that moment. And then I started writing a little book called, that I'm calling Cordelia Sneed, which was my YA fantasy novel about a witch who attends a witch school. And I wrote that last summer. I finished the first draft of it. I'm sorry, my cat, we got this new toy for him and he is obsessed with it, and any minute he's not playing with it, he's crying. So I'm so sorry. I wrote the first draft of that last summer and then I took a little bit of a break from it and then I started it up again this year. It's currently March 3rd. I started that up again in like January and I kind of worked on it in January and February. And I decided I didn't want to work on it anymore. I don't know if it's something with me. I always start writing projects, work on them for a little bit, decide that's not what I want to be doing, and then I go and do something else. Rocket, do you just want to say hi to people? Is that what's going on? Would you like to share your problems with everybody? It was one of those things where I had planned out. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I think I'm going to have another video where I talk more on it. I kind of almost planned out every single detail of that book and the series, and I just finished planning it out and then like beginning the second draft. I decided I wasn't having fun with it anymore. That planning it so vigorously and I worked that story into like dust with how much time I had spent trying to figure out a problem that maybe should have indicated that this story might just not work out in general. But I was trying to fix this problem with the plot. I had spent so much time doing that I had just worked the story into a pulp. It was just like, I didn't want to look at it anymore. I didn't want to think about it. I was just like kind of done with it at that point. I started writing this project again, which I had ended right before I began that project. So I came back to this one, my high fantasy novel. At the time I started writing it, this is like my dream novel to write. When I was like a kid, imagining myself writing books, this is like the kind of book I imagine myself writing. It's not dissimilar to the very first novel idea I'd ever written in like the notes app on my phone. It is my like absolute dream book to write. I did not think I had the skills or the like mental capacity to write it when I first came up with that idea, which I think was true. I think I needed to write the first draft of a different book and see myself complete something and get a little bit more practice writing before I went back to this one. Anyways, now we're back to it. I'm both incredibly nervous and very excited, and I'm trying to just keep faith in myself, I guess. That's what we're working on today. I have officially started working on it again for 12 days. So hopefully if my math's correct. I started working on it again February 19th, I think. It's been a couple weeks. I have about 6,500 words in the document. I'm still figuring things out. I'm pantsing this one. I'm just like, I already have a notebook full of ideas for this book that I know what happens. And now I'm just going to like, I have a general idea of the world and the plot, and I'm not gonna plan anything as of right now to incredible detail. I'm just gonna pants it and have fun with it. And I'm really having fun doing that. It takes a lot of pressure off. I feel like I can be more creative. It's just been nice so far working with it that way. The vibes of the book. So basically, this book is largely inspired by ancient Greece and ancient Rome and what magic would look like during those time periods if people had magic. So that's kind of like the setting. There's like 10 provinces in this world. Each province follows their own god and has their own magic. Rocket's currently sniffing the little buff I have on top of my camera. So if you hear him sniffing, that's what it is. So basically there was this time when the gods gave their powers to their like devout followers as a gift to fight this evil being. And then the evil being kind of goes away, but something's resurging and magic starts to come back. So that's where we're at in the story. It's not the Greek gods. It's like if I were to, I guess, make my own Greek gods, but they're not really Greek gods. The setting is just inspired by ancient Greece and ancient Rome, but the gods themselves aren't really inspired by that at all. Yeah, and it's a high fantasy novel. I'm really loving it. It follows the point of view of a lot of characters. I'm worried it might be too many, but right now I'm having fun with the amount of characters. I also feel like that's good for my brain to like switch things up. Yeah, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop. I don't know if I already mentioned that it's a little rainy day, but it's a cozy little rainy day. I'm going to finish my toast, head out, take you guys along with me as I begin writing. I think I might vlog for the next few days. I have today off and then I work tomorrow and then I have the next day off. So I might like film over those 3 days. So we get a good mix of me writing while working and me writing while not working. I will catch up with you guys probably on my way to the cafe or with a matcha in my hand. Hello everybody, I'm back home from Stella's. I was there for like 40 minutes maybe. I could not focus. My headphones are not noise canceling and they were playing John Bellion so loud. So loud. And it was not working for me. Honestly, I think I would have rather listened to Mambo number 5 than John Bellion. So I could not focus, so I left. Rocket wants to say hi again. Rocket, do you want to say hi to everybody? Again? You're no camera hog. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I tried, you guys. I couldn't do it. So now I'm back home. I did stop by Second Star to the right, which is that cute little bookstore that you would have seen. I love that store. It's so cute. Very well curated. Just lovely, adorable. So if you're ever in the Pearl Street area, that's such a cute bookstore to stop by. So now I'm going to eat a little bit of lunch. I'm just going to have some leftovers from dinner last night. I love these. It's like, if you're like me, this sounds like an ad. It's Truly not. Like, who would be giving me an ad when I have 33 subscribers? But it's like drinking water, but it's slightly flavored. So it feels almost like you're having like a fruity little drink, like you're treating yourself to a cute little drink, but you're drinking water. Anyways, I'm gonna have leftovers. I forget what this is called. I'm gonna get roasted because I like it. Are you trying to show everybody your butthole? Wave goodbye. Bye. I forget what this is called. Meal with sausage, rice, pepper, tomato. What is this called? It's like a Cajun dish. What is jambalaya? I don't think it's jambalaya. Chicken sauce. Oh, I think it is jambalaya. Where's the gumbo? What is gumbo? Gumbo's the soup. Okay, not gumbo. It's like leftover jambalaya that we made last night for dinner. It's so yummy and it's like literally one of the easiest recipes ever. I say like I made it. I didn't make it. Xavier made it, but I'm like, it's just so easy to make. I have not made this dish once. Xavier makes it every time, but it looks easy when he makes it. I did in fact get my matcha. I got an oat matcha with lavender. So basically last night I wrote like 300 words randomly before bed and came up with a couple new ideas. So I was editing that and going over that. And I just could not focus for the life of me. I'm sorry, John Ballion. Maybe there's a time when your music is good. But it is not when one is trying to write a fantasy novel, I will say. I had my like nice little I put on these playlists from YouTube that's like you're in a Russian literature novel like missing your love. Like these same little playlists, and John Bellion was killing the vibe, I will say. I didn't really focus. I wrote like maybe 30 words. And I did come up with a couple new ideas that I think will be good. Anyways, so I didn't get to write much, but that's what we're back home for. I'm going to eat my lunch and I'm going to start writing again. Yeah, the rain did not last very long. It never lasts long in Colorado. It always rains for like 10 to 20 minutes at most, and it stops and then the sun comes out. So we do not have a cozy little rainy day really anymore. It's still cloudy out, it's just not raining, but what's Jupiter up to? Let's go to Juju Camp so you guys can see. Say hi, Jupiter. Hi, Jupiter. But yeah, I'm gonna eat lunch. I will catch back up with you when I start writing again. Everybody, it is later in the afternoon. It's currently 3:20. I was able to sit down and write for a little bit. I wrote about 500 words, which is great. And then I took a little bit of a nap, just made some mango salsa. But I wrote about 500 words. I'm hoping in my absolute dream day, today I would write 2,000 words. Just because it's my day off, and whenever I write on my days off, I always have so much more energy than on the days that I'm working. And the days that I'm working, I'm lucky if I get like 500 to 1,000 words down. So I really like to take advantage of my writing sessions on my days off and try and write as much as I can. So hopefully I can write 2,000 words today. I didn't really write too much yesterday, which was I also had yesterday off. And I didn't write too much yesterday. I kind of just edited things and maybe wrote like an additional 300 words. It'd be nice if I could get to the 2K mark today. I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know how the rest of the day goes. It's currently 6:50. I swear to God, every single time I pull out this camera, Rocket starts to cry. Now he's crying at the office door for his toy. I have already played with him so much today, guys, so much. It's currently 6:50. I wrote a little more. I wrote about 500 additional words. So this chapter is sitting at like 1,060-ish words. It has taken a wild turn. I have no idea what happened, but I don't even know where we're at. We're somewhere else entirely. Weird things are going on. This chapter is in the point of view of Kyra or Kira. I go between the pronunciations of her name. I'm not sure if I want it to be Kyra or Kira, but she is our mentally unstable girl in the book. So this chapter has kind of gone, that's my jambalaya, gone in a direction I was not planning. It kind of just came out and then I rolled with it. And it's, I don't know where we're at, what's going on, or if it's any good. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna come back to it, reread it, decide if I did something completely weird or if it's workable. I'm eating more jambalaya for dinner. Yay! So excited, jambalaya round 2. Because we mixed, like, it's all mixed together. Well, of course it is. It's a rice dish. And rice, you can't keep rice very long. So I'm gonna take one for the team and I'm just gonna finish it off for dinner again. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break, eat this. I do have to wake up semi-early tomorrow. I work at 8, so I have to wake up around like 6-ish. I'm gonna eat my jambalaya, probably play with Rocket again. And I will come back to you. We'll see if I make it to 2,000 words. I'm kind of feeling like I don't know if it's gonna happen. We'll see though. I might try and do a crazy writing sprint and time myself and just write as much as I can. Because this chapter is so weird, like up until now my writing has been pretty clean, but because this chapter is going in such an odd direction, I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I'm okay if I don't write this one as cleanly, and then I'll reread it again when I look at it and decide if it's good or not. All right, let's go play with the kitty cat. I'll catch up with you guys soon.
Oh.
Would you like to try one?
It's like nothing to me.
Really? More salt. The vinegar's not really coming through. Maybe it'll be better as it sets. It's supposed to set. Everybody's gonna judge the way I mix garlic.
Join the club.
Good morning, everybody. It's currently like 6:15 in the morning. I'm on my way to work. Yesterday, I didn't end up writing and or vlogging that much. It was a little bit of a weird day. I got off work and I got home. I just took a nap and then I cleaned. As soon as I finished that, Xavier picked me up and we went to H Mart to get what we needed for dinner. And then we came home and cooked dinner. By the time we finished, it was like 8 o'clock. That dinner was a little bit of a labor of love. So I think most of yesterday's video is just me cooking dinner. But I did lay in bed for like 40 minutes and I wrote about 500 words before bedtime. It turns out I do work today, so I had to go to bed at like 9 p.m. because I work very early. But yeah, today will be more of a writing day than yesterday was. I get off work and then Xavier and I have an apartment tour to go to because we're moving in like a month-ish. So we're gonna go look at an apartment. But then after that, I have the rest of my day free. So hopefully we can get some writing done then. But I'm running late to work, so I have to go. Next time you see me will probably be later this afternoon.
1 to 15 is a good place to start if you have an entry-level conical. Just tastes like real coffee is supposed to taste, and it has that.
Hi guys, I feel like it's been so long since we talked. What do I have to say? Today and yesterday, the vlogging kind of went out the window a little bit just because I had more to do than I thought I would. I've also been very tired. The past 2 nights I've gotten like 6 hours of sleep. I was not fully there today, but after work I didn't really do anything. What did I do? I ate some lunch and I hung out for like a half hour, and then Xavier and I went to an apartment, and that took a little bit of time. And then we got home. Well, we loved the apartment so much that we applied when we got home. So I did that, and then I got very excited and I started looking at like new things for the apartment and ways to decorate and things like that. So I did that for a little bit of time, and then we ordered some pizza, and now we're here. It's currently 7:17. I do have to work early again tomorrow. I work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I have maybe a couple hours of writing time tonight. We'll see how that goes. I'm feeling very tired. I'm not like in the mood to dive head first into everything and really like crack on with it. I'm more so in a mood to take things slowly, maybe edit some stuff. Hopefully I can write 500 words today like I did last night. I think that's a good goal to have. What else do I have to say? Also, the ACOTAR news dropped, I think it was today. Let's see. Yes, the ACOTAR news dropped today about the next 2 books, and I have to catch up. I'm only halfway through the 3rd book, which I started reading last year. I got to like to the midpoint of the 3rd book, and then I put it down, and then I didn't pick it up again. But I feel like I have to finish the other ones before the new books come out, because so I have to read half of A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and Silver Flames, because I want to be a part of it when like the 2 books come out. I think it's so fun, like, I don't know, just being a part of the conversation with anything. I think it's so, I can't talk. I think it's so fun being a part of like the conversation with everybody. I love it when it feels like almost like the whole world is just reading a book at once, and like everybody's just in on this little book club. It's so fun when that happens, and I feel like I haven't been keeping up with like books. Like Heated Rivalry, it's March 5th, and I'm just now reading Heated Rivalry, and I haven't watched the TV show yet, so I already feel behind on that. But I just love it. I don't know, it's so fun when everybody's kind of like a part of something together in the book world. It's so cute, and I love it so much. So this year I need to prioritize reading that before it comes out in October, I think, which is so fun, and then the next book's 2 months apart. What else is going on? That's really it. I'm going to try and sit down for a while and write as much as I can. I'm gonna eat my pizza. I'm sorry if like there hasn't been too much talking today or yesterday. There's just been, you know, a lot more going on than I had planned when I started this video. I also thought I had today off. I did not. I work every day for the foreseeable future, because I have to work 6 days in a row, which is very different from what I thought I had. So this is more so like Rocket is chewing on something. I think this video kind of realistically shows what it's like writing while working. I don't even have a full-time job. I work 30 hours a week. I'm sitting here complaining about it. It's like, oh, for me, I have to work 6 days in a row and I don't have enough time after work to write. Yeah, my job, it's a very good job. I'm a barista. It's a very good job to hold while like trying to do something creative. Like so many of my coworkers are creative. They're like photographers, artists, writers. I think it's like a good space to be in if you are a creative person. It's not a very sustainable job in the long run. Like I've been doing this job for almost 4 years now. I'm about to be 27. It's like, you know, you don't really get time off for health insurance or things like that. So it's not a very sustainable job. And I'm getting a little burnt out with that, but it is a good job to hold if you're creative, because you can work like 30 hours a week and like still find time to work on your creative pursuits. You just have to kind of like give up other stuff. Like you're not gonna have weekends off. You're not gonna have the same days off in a row every week. You're not gonna have like routine. So it has its pros and its cons. I'm kind of starting to get worn out with it, but that's not what this video is about. Anyway, so I work again tomorrow. It feels like even working a 6-hour shift, I come home and I feel like I have no time to write at all. And it's difficult to schedule it in. Yesterday was very difficult. I just had to do it the last like half hour before bed. Today, luckily, it's like 7, almost 7:30, so I have a good hour or two before bed. I guess I applaud everybody who's trying to write a book and chase their dreams while working full-time, or like me, semi-full-time, because it's hard and it's exhausting and it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of giving yourself grace which I feel like is something I have to speak because it's not something I give myself very often. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, I'm sorry, but also like part of the reason why I wanted to create this YouTube channel is just to like, it's so easy to like tell people, be like, give yourself grace, and like if, you know, while you're working, even if you're not working a full-time job while writing, just like giving yourself permission to be tired and not write as much one day, not write at all. Maybe even a good portion of days. Where was I going with that? Oh, part of the reason why I wanted to start this channel was like, I'm so bad at telling myself those things, but I feel like maybe speaking it out loud and into a community of people might get it into my little head. Plus, like, doing this has kind of like ignited my creativity and my like desire to write. Because now I have goals, you know? Goals and whatever. This is too long. Anyways, that's a very long way to say I'm gonna eat some pizza and I'm gonna write. And I will catch up with you guys when I'm done. I'll let you know my word count, around what time it is, things like that. I think I'll probably continue this into tomorrow. Tomorrow might be my last day vlogging. Oh my god, Rocket's gonna eat my pizza. Hello everybody. Whoa, that sounded weird. Hello everyone, it is like 2 p.m. maybe. I went to work this morning. I got off an hour early because it is so snowy outside. We're getting a lot more snow. I didn't even know the snow was really coming. Yesterday it was 70 degrees outside. I was wearing shorts. And I looked at the weather today and we were getting snow. It's been snowing all day. It hasn't really been sticking just because yesterday it was so hot. That's kind of like a slushy snow, but because it's been going on for so long now, it's kind of starting to stick. I feel like at grandma right now. Like you're at my house and I'm cooking you dinner and I'm telling you about the weather. Basically, I'm gonna talk to you while I start cooking dinner. I'm gonna put a beef stew in the slow cooker because it's such like a perfect day for it. But we're gonna kill two birds with one stone and I'm just gonna chat while I do it. Writing last night did not go super well. I definitely did not write 500 words. I don't even think I wrote 100 words. Basically, I was trying to get back into the chapter that I wrote and I was really struggling to do that. I felt unmotivated and like I didn't even want to write it. Whenever that happens, I kind of know that something isn't working in the chapter. So I kind of just rerouted. I started planning the chapter again, kind of seeing where I want things to go. I think I decided is that I'm taking out, so I'm working on Cairo right now. She has about 10 chapters planned right now. We're on chapter 5 or something. We're almost halfway done with her section, not quite, a little less than that, like word count wise. We're kind of at this point where I thought this one scene I wanted to occur would happen in the chapter that I'm currently writing, and I decided it's way too early for that scene to happen. I think I want that to happen at like the 3/4 mark for her story. So I kind of just replanned everything. I think I'm going to take out, like, there's gonna be 4 chapters kind of about this one thing occurring, but I'm gonna take out that one thing. I know that's super vague. I'm gonna transition it into happening into book 2, I think, in the series. I think that would work better because I think I was just trying to do too much of her story at once. I plan for this to be the first book in a series, hopefully. So I think I was trying to have too much of her story completed in the first book. So I kind of replanned things, figured out how I can have her story span multiple books more. I figured out what to do in this chapter instead, and I really love it. And I'm super excited to get going with that again. Yeah, so I kind of just replanned everything very lightly. I just know what I would like to do in this chapter instead. So it's gonna go in a completely different direction. I'm gonna have to rewrite that today, which is fine by me. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to do that. One thing, so I forget how much I've talked about it, but last year I wrote the first chapter of a YA fantasy book that I was supposed to start the second draft on. I think I did talk about this. Whatever, this year, decided not to do that, switched over to this book. And one thing I did in the YA fantasy book is I really plotted out so much. And I'm realizing I don't think that works for me. I think I just like, after I had plotted out everything, I got to the writing portion and I did not want to write. It was no longer fun. I was like, it was pulling teeth. I didn't want to do it. I think yeah, whatever. And I realized I really love the novelty of discovery writing, which is kind of what I'm doing with this book. I of course have a big plan, but I'm kind of discovering everything as I go along, and it's so much more fun for me. I love it so much. I love it. It's like a little puzzle, and I like write everything out first, and then I figure out, I learn new things along with the way I come up with new ideas that I never would have come up with if I had planned everything out beforehand. I kind of let this story tell me where it wants to go naturally, rather than trying to force it to go some specific place, which I think tends to make my writing also feel less natural when I do that. So yeah, I'm just kind of like discovery writing it right now. It's so much fun. So I've already like gone back to all my chapters and plotted in new things I'm going to add in with these like this new storyline and the new direction Kira's story is going in, and it's just gonna be so much fun. I literally feel like a grandma right now. Everything's going in a different direction. How many times can I say that? What else can I say about it? What else? Hi, sorry, my camera died. You can tell time has passed because I've cut more vegetables. I don't remember what I was saying. I don't think it matters that much. Basically, I'm gonna make my stew and then start writing here in a little bit. And that's what I have to say. Okay, I will catch up with you guys in a little bit.